All right, Shalom, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites from the Camp GMS Cleveland. Before we get started, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preach the truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. And this is another lesson, another exhortation through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, this be edifying. You know, and the name of this lesson is called "Don't Let the Flesh Break You." You know, because like it say in Galatians 5, I'm gonna get it real quick. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. It say, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." You know, and what we do, we trying to be in the spirit and follow after the spirit and follow out the righteousness, you know, spiritual things. But at the same time, we doing these things while we in the flesh, you know. And the flesh don't want to do these things. The flesh want to do the opposite. The flesh want to do contrary to those things, you know, as command sin, command wickedness, you know, doing everything instead of serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, you know. So by us being in the flesh, when you feeling down in the spirit, we ain't supposed to let the flesh break us, you know. Because this is a constant battle being in the flesh and being in the spirit inside the flesh.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 22. Let us draw near with a true heart in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water.
Right, being in this truth that brings that shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, but being in this truth, is the thing that the main thing that is what got you in this truth is faith. You know, the Lord giving you that gift of faith. You know, having your eyes being open and being aware of what's going on. You know, that faith is what's gonna motivate you to endure, to stay away from evil, to stay away from wickedness, to stay away from sin. You know.
I got a quick pre. This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and not that of yourselves. It is a gift of Yahweh. And I remember one of the brothers in our camp breaking it down to me and another brother this whole chapter. And basically this verse is proving that faith is a gift, you know, and not everybody has that gift. Obviously, because if everybody had that gift, the whole world will be on the same thing we on, you know. But only a few men have that. A few Israelite men and Israelites only have that faith to be able to, you know, resist the flesh and to continue in the spirit.
And that's where you said that, because in Hebrews it talk about how basically how we all heard the same doctrine, but the difference that makes us in this truth than everybody else in the world that hear this truth, it's mixed with faith, you know. And that verse what the brother just read in Hebrews 10 and 22, it said, the last part, it said in our bodies washed with pure water, and that pure water is the scriptures,
right.
You know. But you have to believe and have faith that these scriptures is true, you know. Because not to digress, but even when we be at camp and like how our camp is, it's like we kind of like on the sidewalk a little bit, and basically we don't block the sidewalk so everybody can walk through. So you might have people just walking past the camera doing the video, but then it'd be way more people that walk around the camera than actually walk through in the middle, you know. That's spiritual is in itself, because it's more people out here that don't have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua than people that do, You know, so and those people who don't have faith, what they doing? They just pleasing their flesh. They just giving into the flesh 24/7.
Right.
You know, but the ones with faith, they fighting against the flesh. You know, and through their faith, you know, they not gonna let the flesh overtake them. You know.
All right, back in Hebrews, the 10th chapter, verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
All right. Talk about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua promised to deliver us, to give us salvation. He ain't call us in His truth just to destroy us. He called us in His truth to save us. You know, because he rather that all Israel receive salvation. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, the Lord don't really want to kill a motherfucker, but these people one, they not chosen, but these people they not trying to hearken. So, like he said, all right, he promised that all right, you come in this truth, endure to the end, you'll be saved. But also, if you don't, you're gonna get destroyed. That's the promise. That's not a threat. We spoke that account. That's not a threat. That's not something he just saying. This is something what he promised and what he's going to do. You know.
That's just like you, and then you got to paint a visual for Jake. That's just like if you got a woman, if she not doing the things you tell her to do, eventually you're not going to be pleased to be with her no more. So you're going to tell her, look, you're going to give her an ultimatum. It's going to be, look, if you don't do the things that I say, and first and foremost, the things you're telling her to do is for her own benefit, you know? But if you're going to give her an ultimatum, if you don't do the things that I say, then look, I'm going to leave you, you know? And it's not a threat, it's a promise. I'm going to leave you, you know? But if you do the things that I say, and guess what? I'm going to give you this. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to comfort you. I'm going to be a protection for you. I'm going to be a place of, you know, safety. I'm going to be a place of refuge for you. And that's how the Lord is for us, man, because we're like the Lord's woman. And the Lord is our spiritual husband, man. You know, the Lord is telling us, look, do this, follow my law, statutes, and commandments. But if you don't, then there's consequences. Mm-hmm. And it's harsh consequences, man. Not just any, it's harsh punishment for not following the Lord's word, man.
Scriptures say, roughly paraphrase it, and not to digress, but the scriptures say about not fearing him that killed the body, but fearing him who killed both body and soul in hell. You know, because the Lord, see, when the Lord's sentence and what the Lord can do, he can do 10,000 times as powerful than what man can do. That's right. You know, when the Lord say go kill you, that don't mean just like, or you just die, like you just drop dead. Like it's different ways the Lord can kill you, and they grievous, gruesome ways. Just like in the ancient world, where when it was like more so of us keeping the laws, the ways to get put to death for breaking certain laws wasn't easy deaths. That was painful. Getting stoned to death, getting cut on fire and shit like that. That's painful deaths, you know. So when the Lord brings judgment, they not just you just die. They grievous deaths, you know. And that's what the scriptures say. A lot of people is gonna die of grievous deaths because they not seeking Yahweh Shah, you know. Oh, could you read verse 23 again?
God, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
Right. So even because at the end of the day, we still in this flesh. So we ain't saying be over righteous and just sit in the house all day, because the brother Mississippi was just speaking on that. I heard a video earlier, brother Mississippi was speaking on that. You know, you just separating yourself from everything and just being in the house all day. That could put a demon on you as well. That could be a demon against you. So we're not saying just sit in the house, don't do nothing, just read and study all day and be to yourself. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is, well, through your daily walk, you know, because we all fall short at the end of the day, but through your daily walk, still keep your faith, still keep your integrity, still see how about you have a shot. Because at the end of the day, we just ask for mercy. Nothing we doing is righteous, you know, to keep it real. It's nothing we doing is actually righteous. We being wicked all day long, but we just seeking and striving to be righteous and hoping to be delivered. We just going based off hope and faith, you know. So even when you in certain situations, let's say it's just like you just doing somebody. Let's say me and this brother, we just at the club or whatever, or not we ain't gonna say the club, it's the bar or something. We at the bar, is chicks dancing, drinks, you know, niggas doing their thing, everybody into their folly, and we just chilling doing our thing, you know. And the Lord, and you might feel, you know, being in the flesh, you know, you might feel like a hypocrite, like damn, we cussing out these niggas,
right,
this and that, or now we with these niggas drinking and at the bar with the same niggas we just see on the streets cussing out. But at the end of the day, the Lord just showing you like, okay, it ain't going off doing none of those things. The Lord is just showing you like, all right, okay, don't get comfortable. You could be like these niggas. Well, what you doing could be worse. What you doing can lead to you breaking the law, sinning, being wicked, and doing with these niggas. Then you get a harsh judgment. The Lord's just showing you, you know. But all that just goes into the self-examination and all of that, you know. But the Lord just showing you that all right, okay, what you doing is cool, whatever you seeking me, that's cool, all of that. But at the same time, you know, don't get drift off into the flesh, because it can lead to you doing something wicked, and it could be an evil recompense behind that. So you gotta just keep the faith. You know, you gotta just continue. Even if you do something off, do something wicked, you just continue, because the Lord promised to save you if you just hope and believe in Him. You know, Yahweh Shah made this easy by just dying for all our sins. He made this walk easy for us. We keep going.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Right, so on top of that, you're not even in this truth by yourself. You got brothers all around four corners of earth that's going through the same stuff you're going through, that's feeling the same way that you feeling, you know, that you're able to hit up, you know. Hey, even if you is by yourself in a city teaching, you still got a phone, social media, YouTube to hit up brothers across the world. You know, you don't got to send letters like we did in the ancient world, waiting weeks to get those, delays on that. You can easily pick up the phone and hit up a brother wherever, you know. Or if you is in the city with brothers, you can link up with a brother. You got brothers to basically to comfort you, you know, and for you to comfort brothers,
right?
You know, because we all in the same boat. We all in the same situation. We're not in this by ourselves. So basically being in this and of course we go, you know, doubt sometimes, you know, but basically the Lord gave us more options to for us, so we don't have to doubt. You know,
that's why in that in the 23rd verse it says let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. Because when you wavering, what does that mean? That means you're being double-minded. You're doubting. You know, you're losing faith when you waver. You know, you start to you going over here, you going over here. You know, you shit, I don't know if you on the fence and shit. No, man. You gotta be 100% confident in the faith, man. Okay, you can't be indecisive or double-minded. But back in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 26, for if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Right, so just going back to the world. You just went back to the world. You just got this gift of faith. Your eyes is open to all this. You know, you was able to acknowledge your sins, so on and so forth, and you just went back to the world. Shit, that's on you. Like the Lord about to get back on the cross and die for you again. No, you that's on you. You messed it up for yourself. Because how easier can this walk get? The Lord said that my yoke is easy. You know, the Lord just said just strive for the truth unto death. You know, and endure to the end. You know, just continue being a faithful servant. The Lord not asking us to do hardcore shit. He just asking us to if you're a prophet, he just commanding you to teach. You know, but if you just believe in the Lord, if you're just a believer, if you just believe in the Lord, he just commanded you just to keep his laws to the best of your ability. You don't even have to fully keep them. You know, he just asks you to he just commanded us to put effort into it. You know, attempting, because a majority of the people in the world is not doing it. You know, so we have a better chance than the rest of these people out here.
Right. And reading the scripture actually made me think of a point that I wanted to make, because when you and this are people, bro, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the rest of our people, you tell them, look, you're not supposed to be, you know, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're not supposed to be committing adultery. You're not supposed to be smoking weed. You're not supposed to be, you know, sinning. You're not supposed to be doing these sins that the Lord is against. And what do they always say? Everybody's sinning. You know, everybody's okay. That is true. Everybody does sin, but the difference is you have to try not to. Okay, that's the whole point of saying if you sin willfully, there's no more sacrifice for your sins. If you just going out there doing shit you know you're not supposed to be doing, you know, and oh, well, the Lord died for my sins already, so I'm good. No, that's not the mentality you're supposed to have, because you're not sinning ignorantly. You're not sinning because it's just the flesh. Like Paul said, the things I would not. And the things I would not is the things I would. That's not the case. All right. You literally going out there seeking to fulfill the lust of the flesh. That's what willful sin is. You know? Because all the flesh knows is what feels good and what feels bad.
Right, that's just being in the world. You just another nigga in the world.
Right.
Don't care. Cause see, like these people in the world, you might even people, particular brothers know, you might tell them something or whatever, rebuke them or something, whatever the case is. They might feel cut, they might feel confounded, but at the end of the day, they not really cut like that, because they might feel cut for that moment, but in the back of their head, they like, fuck what this nigga talking about. I'm about to keep doing this.
Right.
Then the action show. They continue in their wickedness, man. You know? That's why the Lord's go jack up a lot of 2/3 Jakes out there, man. I got a precept though. Yeah, this Galatians chapter 2, verse 16. It say, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach.
And Salaki, let me break that down right there. It said, man is not justified by the law. To be justified means to be what? To be excused. You know, a man is not excused, you know, by the law. All right, because we fall short of the law. We can't follow every single law. First and foremost, we in captivity. The laws of Esau, Edom, is controlled to the point where we can't follow the law. And then we in the flesh, and the flesh is, you know, controlling us to the point where we're gonna break laws, man. You know, for example, it's the Sabbath right now. You think brothers gonna call off work because it's the Sabbath? No. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta eat, man. You know, that's part of the curses. You gotta eat. So it's brothers at work right now. They ain't going off. Right. You know, because that's where grace comes in. That's why Yahushua died. That's where that faith comes in.
And it say, but by faith of Yahushua HaMashiach, even, I'm going to bring it back. It say, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach, even we have believed in Yahushua HaMashiach. There we go, belief, that faith, you know, and because at the end of the day, you keeping the law, you to the best of your ability, or you doing the work, that just shows your faith. But it's not about the work, because scripture say faith without works is dead. You know, so it ain't all about Shalom, but it ain't all about keeping the just keeping the laws, you know, or you can't just say you got faith. You gotta prove you got faith. So it ties together. But it ain't about, at the end of the day, it ain't about what you do. It's about the faith that the Lord gave you. That's what will save you. It's say, because hey, the Lord gonna wake up people at the last minute, you know, so they ain't do no work, but they just have faith. It say, even have we believed in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of HaMashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. Right? No flesh ain't gonna be justified by the works of the law. Because the law, Yahweh Shah is the law. It ain't about just being particular, keeping the laws, man. Because what came out of that, you had a lot of hypocrites in that. You know, you had just people just wearing big ass blue border fringes, appearing righteous, but they really wasn't. You know, that they was appearing outwardly, but inwardly they wasn't. It's about your heart. You know, it's about being sincere, being in that contrite spirit with it. You know, not just being proud and boasting, you know, and just trying to appear righteous. You know, you gotta be. That's why the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, because this is for yourself. You know, this ain't about you getting a name or getting the glory of men, or just doing this to you know, to get glory. This is about you getting receiving salvation for yourself, man. You know, and for the ones you care about, possibly, man.
Oh, I had a precept.
All right, can I go ahead?
This is Matthew chapter 23, verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. You see, this was when Yahushua came on the scene. His main problem, all right, was that you had the Jews who knew they were Israelites. They were following the law, and they was trying to do it to a T. Okay, but guess what? They ain't had no faith. That was the thing, man. Nobody had faith. No, the majority, and this was the thing. Yahushua, he did not dwell in those places too long where it wasn't no faith. If Yahushua went into a city and most of them people in that city was faithless, he didn't go there for too long. He only went there to see the people who did have faith, then he was out of there. But if it was a city where it was a lot of people who had faith within him, he dwelt there for a little minute and tarried there for a period of time because it was faith there. His problem with the Pharisees, the scribes, the wicked, you know, chief priests and elders was they were so the law, that they ain't had no faith, man. It said,
They ain't believe he was the Messiah. They ain't believe that he was the Lord and Savior. They just thought he was a regular Jake, just you know,
because that was so stuck on the law. What about the prophecies in the Old Testament? These niggas so stuck on the laws in the Old Testament. What about the prophecies? What about the prophecies in Isaiah where it talk about, you know, where it talk about the prophecies of Yahushua coming,
right?
You know, but let's say verse. I'm gonna read it back. Matthew chapter 23, verse 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Which woe means what? Death and destruction. For ye shall, it says, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Right. So you appear to be so holier than thou. You appear to be righteous in the sight of men because you got your big border of blue with the fringes. And in the eyes of these people, you pay tithes, you keep the laws, you prescribing the laws to everybody. You know, doing this, that, and the third concerning the scriptures and the law. But deep down in your spirit, you void. You full of darkness, man, because you ain't got no type of faith. You know, you ain't got no type of you just don't got no type of faith, man. And there ain't no spirit in there. It's just a fleshly heart. Ain't no spirit. Ain't no heart of stone. You got a heart of a flesh, man. I mean, Salakia, you got a heart. You got a heart of flesh, man. You know, you ain't got no spiritual faith towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You just got a fleshly heart, you know, that's geared towards pleasing the flesh and, you know, deceiving the people, using the law for your filthy gain and lucre's sake, man. And that's what the scribes and Pharisees was doing. That's what these people are doing today. These alphabet gang camps, you know, and so on and so forth. Salakia, for my rambling. This is Hebrew, back in Hebrews, the 10th chapter, all right, verse 27. But a certain faithful, Salakia, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. Verse 28. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Right, and that goes back to what the brother was saying about, you know, when in the ancient days, how when we were under the law, how the judgments was more austere, how the judgments was more grievous, and the judgments was more, you know, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? It was more strict, you know. And the people that did die, they died under 2 or 3 witnesses to put that fear on them, so they could, you know, basically stay in the right spirit.
Kind of just remember what you're saying, right? Then that's the key word, fear. To put that fear in them, because at the end of the day, it was always about faith. It was all about fearing the Lord, keeping His commandments, you know, and following after Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's the first commandment. Don't put no other gods before Him. Only worship Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's the first and greatest commandment, you know. But hey, people ain't have faith back then. They was just, all right, okay, well, the law say this, so we're just gonna do this, and you get put to death. But then they turn around and do some other shit, do some other wickedness. You know, the whole point of the punishments was supposed to make an example for you not to live like that. You know, and that's supposed to put fear in your heart, and through that fear, that's gonna make you have faith in the Lord. Like, oh shit. You know, because in order to fear the Lord, you have to have faith. You gonna be like, oh shit, well, the Lord said you gonna do this because them niggas got fucked up. So that's supposed to put in your spirit to, oh shit, well, I'm just gonna follow the Lord, so I won't get jacked up. You know, it was always about, but now it's just more manifest. You know, because the Lord, when the Lord sent Yahweh Shah, it was to where it's like, you know what? It ain't even about we gonna put away some of them laws, and it ain't even about that no more. We ain't even go based on that. We go see as if these people go believe on you, believe on Yahweh Shah, and believe He the Messiah. You know, and we go see is and they got to come through you. That's why Yahweh Shah said, you can't go to the Father except if you come to me first. And many people got offended about that. And to this day, people was offended about that. Mm-hmm. You know? Brother put a scripture on the comment board. This 1 Samuel 16:7. It say, but the Lord said to Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as a man, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the you know. Hey, just because King David was the youngest and smallest of the brothers, that don't mean, oh well, I ain't gonna choose him because it ain't about the flesh. It's about the spirit. The spirit is stronger than the flesh, you know. So hey, the Lord chose everybody according to how their spirit was. The elect was ordained to receive salvation before the foundation of the earth, because it was about their spirit.
I got a preset. I want to make this quick point. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 27. It says, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. Verse 28. He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses. Now this is First Chronicles chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, and David and all Israel played before Yahweh with all their might, and with singing, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with timbrels, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. So everybody was rejoicing. It was basically everybody was playing instruments, dancing. Everybody was in a joyful spirit, right? Verse 29. Verse 9. And when they came into the threshing floor of Kidron, Chadon, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark, for the oxen stubble. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and he smote him because he put his hand to the ark, and there he died before Yahweh. So you got to remember, man, everybody, when that shit happened, everything stopped. Wasn't no music playing. You heard that fucking record scratch. Everybody quiet. God damn, what the fuck? Because guess what? Yahweh said what? Don't nobody touch the Ark of the Covenant, man. Even if the Ark of the Covenant, if the oxen shook it and it was about to fall, he put his hand forth to catch it. That's a simple mistake any one of us could have made, man. So that's how you know the Lord is very meticulous and particular about what he say. You have to follow the Lord's word. If the Lord say don't do this, don't do it. No matter what test or circumstances may occur, don't do that shit, man, because it's going to cost you your life, And Uzzah, the Lord used Uzzah as an example for the rest of the nation of Israel to put that fear in them, man. Hey, do what I say. You see how he just got murked? He could murk any one of us, man, just for making a simple, small mistake, just like Uzzah did,
Right, even with King David, the Lord's certain things King David did, and the Lord showed mercy, but the Lord still jacked him up because the Lord was particular on what he said do, and because one person judgment might be, all right, I ain't gonna kill him, but another person judgment might be, oh, I'm gonna kill him if he do that though, because that's just how the Lord is, but. Right. Either way it go, you supposed to do what the Lord say, or he gonna jack you up. Right. The Lord commanded us to do the work, and to keep having faith in Him. If not, that's our ass. The Lord's gonna jack us up,
And there might have been something deeper about it. While the Lord might have felt something personal with him that he might have did. The Lord could have smote him because his spirit was off, or because he did something in his past life that also could have kindled the Lord's anger. You never know, man. That's why you gotta for real, we walking on thin ice with the Lord. We walking on eggshells with the Lord. Because we sin against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And this is us making up for our sins. Mm-hmm. So we have no space to really fuck up like that, man. We can't afford to fuck up like that, man. That's why the title of this video, Salaki,
don't let the flesh break
you, man. Because if you give it to that flesh even a small little bit, that could cost you your whole salvation, man.
That's right.
Back in Hebrew,
just bug out. You just bug out. You in the world now, and then the Lord just how you be missile food. It's that spirit. We still keep it. I ain't gonna go down.
This Hebrews chapter 10, verse 29. Of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy, who hath trodden under the foot the Son of Yahweh, or the Son of God, and hath counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and hath done despite unto the Spirit of grace? For we know him that hath said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord shall judge his people.
Right. The Lord will judge. The Lord is the ultimate judge. He's the ultimate person who brings recompense, who issues the judgment. Nobody else interferes with what the Lord do. Everything that happens, the Lord does it, man.
Verse 31. it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God.
So going back to what the brother said, it's a fearful thing to get judged by the Lord, because the Lord, he controls both sides, the right hand side and the left hand side. You know, he controls everything. The Lord, how the Lord operates is on a higher level we can't even think of, can't even dwell on. The Lord is on a different level. How he do things, man. You know, hey, it's a fearful thing. You could be thinking one thing going one way, but then boom, the Lord in the, like the brother used a perfect example with Uzzah. He the Lord said, don't touch the Ark of the Covenant. What he do, he went to catch it. Then boom, he dropped dead, just like that. For whatever reason, that's just how it got set up. So the scriptures say that the deceive and the deceiver is his. You know, so the Lord, or just like the one prophet, he told a prophet to go that way. Then another prophet comes and said, well, the Lord said, come with me. Then what he do? He went with that prophet instead of kept going. Then he dropped dead. Then that's fearing the other prophet. You know, so how the Lord do things? It could be. It's scary. It could be scary. You know, so they said it's a fearful thing to fall to the hands of the living power. So if you ain't on your shit, or if you not doing what the Lord commanded you to do, who knows what can happen after that? You just played a Russian roulette game. You know, you just put yourself in a life or death situation. This truth is a high level thing with life or death. You know, this is being in the truth is a life or death situation. You know, because you're dealing with the Lord of Lords, Kings of Kings. You know, that terrible power. You know.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions.
So this is about enduring. The Lord brought this knowledge, and it was good to say, what is much is given, as much is required. So the Lord gave us this, blessed us with this knowledge. He ain't have to get it to us, but he blessed us with this, gave us that gift of faith to endure, to use that to endure, not to just give up and doubt and then lose hope because of some mistake you did, or because you just in a low spirit. You know, the Lord chose. He could just say, I'm about to get it real quick. This 1 Timothy. So like not 1 Timothy. This 2 Timothy 2 and 3 is saying, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Right. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So the Lord chose us to be soldiers. He chose us to fight. That's the condition of the battle. That man that's born upon the earth shall fight. So the Lord chose us to endure and to go through these afflictions to have a chance of receiving salvation. But when you just reject that, you basically coming against the will of the Lord. So if you don't do those things what the Lord chose you to do, you know. That's why I said ye endure a great fight of afflictions. You gotta just endure.
Right.
That or just die. That's only two. This is ride or die.
I'm gonna read it back. This Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days in which, after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction. Right. Think about when you first came into this truth, when you first woke up. All right. And then think about all the hell you was going through when you first came in. Think about all the afflictions, all the tests, the trials, the obstacles you had to go through. And look at where you at now. You endured all of that when you first came in. You know, you was zealous. You was on fire when you came in. You endured all of the shit you had to go through when you first came in, you know? And now you're built up. Now you're increased. Now you're more seasoned. You know, you're more stronger in the faith. So guess what? Your affliction's going to get more stronger. them demons gonna get more stronger. Them obstacles is gonna increase.
I remember somebody in the world made a statement. They said speaking on the carnal level, they said why waste years of a relationship for a couple hours for a bitch that don't give a fuck about you, basically. Because our woman is these scriptures. So why waste years of like brother said, years of affliction, years of going through stuff to get built on the level you on now to you hear somebody say some shit like the mark of the beast is sleeping with white woman and now your ass just bugged out. You in the world somewhere over a couple minutes of hearing some bullshit. You went through hella years, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 years to just, you know what, fuck it. You know what? I know I understand all of that, but that makes sense. White woman, that's the mark of the beast.
You went from preaching the name Yahweh Hashem Yahushua
to preaching Jesus Christ
and calling yourself fucking Roosevelt, bro.
Right.
Shit is a joke. That shit. The point is, you have to endure. That's the point. The point is you stick with the things you learned with, okay? You let that tribulation, you let your afflictions, you let it make you stronger. You don't let it break you, all right? Afflictions can make you or break you. You let your afflictions, let that hell, that chastisement, you let it build you up. You don't let it break you. That's the point.
Right. It's there to build you up.
Right.
I got a precept. This John chapter 6, verse 66. It say, from that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then say,
so I can read a verse above that.
Or verse 65. It say, he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father.
Right. So Yahushua was explaining to all of those men that can't none of y'all follow me unless it was the Lord's plan in the first place for y'all to follow me. Basically, he's saying the Lord has to choose you to follow me. That's what Yahushua was saying. The Lord has to choose you in order for you to follow me. That's what Yahushua was saying.
It say, and he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life.
See, Yahushua knew what he was doing. Salaki. Yahushua knew what he was doing. The whole point of him saying that, chosen. He knew that. That was his whole point of saying that you can't follow me unless, you cannot come to me unless it's, of the Father, roughly paraphrased. Right. He already knew most of them niggas was not chosen. That's why when he said that, they instantly left.
They wasn't right inwardly.
Right.
They ain't had no faith. They was just there. Then they eventually wavered away, got drifted away. But then Peter was like, you got the words to eternal life. Where we gonna go? So going back to that example, you got years of learning this truth, learning this knowledge, then your fucking tire went flat and now your ass bugged out in the world again. Like, over a couple minutes, a couple hours of some bullshit, just wasted years of a relationship with Sophia, with Yahweh Yahushua.
Right. When there was a whole ass tow truck the next street over. It was not a tow truck. It's a whole ass fucking what's the shit?
Tire shop.
Yeah, it's a tire shop right the next street over, nigga. And you crying over a flat tire bugging out over a flat tire. You just left the car there and went back in the world when it's a whole fucking tire shop right there. That's a parable. All right. The point is the kingdom right here. Okay. You let that affliction take you all the way back to where you started from, which is in the world. Lower than where the fuck you started from.
Right. So the whole point is to no matter what, just don't give up. Just endure to the end. Do whatever you go through. Even if you break the law or whatever, just still endure to the end.
Yep.
To the best of your ability. Because that's why we need salvation. Let's say it is a brother that's dealing with adultery. That's why we need salvation. Let's say it's a brother that's dealing with smoking or whatever. That's why we need salvation. That's why we in this thing. You know, the Lord ain't asking us to be perfect right now, because we're not gonna be perfect right now. He's just saying, just strive, fight to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a little bit more than Hebrews.
Oh yeah. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 33. It says, partly whilst ye were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst ye became companions of them that were so used. For ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance.
We about to get something greater than what we working for, right. Let alone greater than what we deserve. But we about to get something greater than what we actually doing. We're not even doing much. The Lord just saying, just continue to faith, keep preaching this word. You know, keep keep having faith in Him. You know, and it's gonna show. You go keep His laws to the best of your ability. You know, you gonna do what He require you to do. You know.
This is the precept to that verse I just read. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. Verse 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So guess what? Compared to the reward we're going to get for the sufferings, all right, it's going to be greater than compared to the reward that we're going to get for our sufferings. The sufferings we're going through is very light. You know, the shit we're going to be going through is going to be light compared to the reward we're going to get for it. Even in Jacob's trouble, you know, and in Jacob's trouble, that's going to be the worst of our afflictions. You know, Jacob's trouble is going to be the worst of our afflictions. And that's going to be a light affliction compared to the reward that we're going to get for it.
That's the balance. It's going to be the worst, but it's going to be the fastest at the same time. That's the balance of it. We start with the apostles and elders, Great Millstone, all the way down. However long you've been in the truth, you waited this long for society to crash. Eventually, society's going to crash. Then once it crashes, Jacob's trouble is going to come, but Jacob's trouble not going to be no fucking 1 year to 10 years, right? 7 year tribulation. It's just long. It's just dragging. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be fast. You know. Then right after that, immediately after those days, what's gonna happen? The Lord gonna come back, deliver His elect, destroy this place, and it's the kingdom. You know. So that's why I say, but for a moment, because it's not a long time.
Right.
You know, hey, Paul wrote that thousands of years ago. Now we at the end. We at the end of that. We at the end of that time. The end of the end of the end of the end. This is the time it's gonna happen. Ain't no another 50 years. We gonna be old as hell, still preaching and shit, talking about the destruction coming. The apostles died already. Right. We old. No, it's nowhere, brothers. No, this is the end. Right. You know. The prophets is here back on earth today, and the Lord is about to come back.
America is not going to last long enough for us younger brothers to be elders. That shit is out the fucking picture. All right? That's way out of the picture. So anybody who got that thought in their head can get that shit out of their head now. If you think that that's going to happen, then you bug the hell out. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. It says, Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have great recompense of reward.
Right, we got that's go back to that faith, that confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. No matter what you do, you still gotta have confidence in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You still gotta endure. You know, you still gotta just keep the faith. Paul said, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. And this is the same man who called himself a wretched man, who did the things he would not, and the things he would do, he don't do. This is the same man who wrote his letters, a person that the Lord was dealing with on a high level that revealed himself to him. Right. And this is the same man, he said, he sinned. He break the law. He messed up. He not perfect, you know. But then, before he's about to get put to death, he said, "I kept the faith. I finished my course." You know, because at the end of the day, it ain't about what you do. It ain't about you fucking up. It's about you just learning from your mess ups, and you just keep going. You keep striving for righteousness. You know, you go. Bro, we mess up all day, every day. You know, well, willingly, not willingly. You know, we constantly just being unrighteous, being wicked, just like these people in the world. But what makes us different is we striving to be righteous.
Right.
That's what made Paul different than the other niggas he was rebuking. He was striving to be righteous. So you might feel like a hypocrite. You might feel like that. But guess what? In all actuality, you're not being a hypocrite. Because what other people in your city, instead of the brothers you teach with, is doing the same thing you doing?
Right.
Nobody. Everybody else is drift off into some other shit. It's a Sabbath right now. Ain't nobody other than brothers. Ain't nobody and brothers not working or whatever. But ain't nobody just out kicking it. Having sex with women, committing adultery, smoking, and everybody in the world doing that. Ain't nobody in the truth doing that right now. You know, ain't nobody that's seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing that. You know.
Mm-hmm. This is wrong. I'm Salakia. Hebrews chapter 10.
They not doing it like how these niggas in the world doing it, at least. You know. But you keep telling.
Hebrews 10, chapter 37.
36.
Salakia 36.
Verse 36.
It said, "For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh, ye might receive the promise." Which that patience is what? Suffering. That patience is suffering. Okay, and I got a quick precept real quick.
While he looking for that, just to speak on that, the Lord is putting his elect through the fire now. The day he woke, to the time he woke you up all the way to now, the Lord been trying each individual, each elect member. You know, so that's what's gonna make the hell different for these 2/3 and the elect in the time of Jacob's trouble, because the elect been going through the fire, the elect been going through the suffering, the hell, all of that. These other niggas, they not on that level. They're not going through that. So they go get all they hell at once, you know? And because these judgments that's coming, it's reserved for these 2/3, these worldly niggas. It's not for the elect. The elect gonna go through it. They gonna be in the midst, but it's ultimately for the ones who don't want to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what the judgment is for, you know?
It's James chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 2. "My brother, encounter all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." Right, and that patience, when it says, when I remember the brother, the elder brother, Micah Allah, in the LA camp, breaking this whole James the first chapter down. All right, it say and he broke the 40 when he said this about the 4th verse. When it says, but let patience have her perfect work, that means let suffering do what it do. Whatever that suffering do, let it do it to you, man, because it's going to give you that ability to wait longer. That's what patience is. When you endure temptations, when you endure afflictions, it increases you, it builds you up, and it gives you that ability to wait longer. And that's what makes you perfect and entire. So your next temptation, you'll be prepared, you'll be ready, okay, and you'll be able to overcome. All right. Ultimately, you'll be patient enough to wait on the Lord when He comes. Even though Esau coming with the MOTB, he coming with this, that, and the third. Satan himself coming with you with all of this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. No, you so locked in that no, I'm waiting on the Lord, bro. No, you can keep that. I'm waiting on the Lord. No, I'm good. I'm waiting on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. You know, I already know what that's gonna make me go off. I don't want that. I'm waiting on the Lord. You know, that's what suffering is going to do. It's going to give you that ability to wait longer.
Oh, right. It's all the things we go through is preparing us for that hour of temptation. You know, that's why we go through these things, because it's to prepare us for the ultimate test, that final exam. You know, which is the hour of temptation.
Hebrews chapter 10.
I got a quick precept.
Okay.
This Psalms 55:22. Cast thy burdens upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, you just cast your burdens upon the Lord. You know, Scripture say, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not to thy own understanding. You know, because at the end of the day, the Lord is the one who ordained everything to happen. You know, before it happened, the Lord already knew you was gonna go through that temptation and suffer through that. He said He would not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lord ain't gonna put you under nothing you can't handle. He put you under that because He know you could deal with that. You know, so I remember so this one man used to say that he used to be like, basically, when you when the Lord put tribulation or person through your way, you put something to your way, you got to go through it. You ain't supposed to be like, oh fuck it, all right, you gotta wash clothes and shit, but your washer went out. Fuck it, I ain't washing them clothes then. No, you gotta go wash it. You gotta wash them clothes. You had clothes to put on. You gonna put the same dirty ass clothes? No, you go to the fucking laundromat, go to somebody's house, use their washer and their dryer. You got to go through it. You can't just order some shit there and you just go leave it like fuck it, like it ain't there. No, you got to go through that. You know,
ain't no other way, all right, around it. Hey, like that song Future say, ain't no way around it, man. Even like that song Michael Jackson say, it's too high to get over. It's too low to get under. When you stuck in the middle, what you got? You got to go through that shit, man. It's too high to get over. It's too low to get under. When you stuck in the middle, you got to go through that shit. Got to go through it. Ain't no other way, man.
It said the straight gate. It said, how can you get to the great city if you didn't get to go through the perils and the tribulation to get there? You know.
Right. It's Hebrews chapter 10, verse 37. For yet a little while, and He that shall come will come and will not tarry. All right. So it says, for yet a little while. You just gotta wait. Be patient for that little while, man. It may seem like it's gonna be long, but it's really not, man. Because like the brother said, you know, it's time gonna speed up. We gonna be going through so much shit, and there's gonna be so much shit going on that you're gonna look up and shit. It's MOTB time. And then next thing you know, you look around, shit, y'all was shot about to come back. And then next thing you know, you looking down, you on a chariot. Looking at the rest of these motherfuckers get destroyed, man. Yeah. That's the type of mindset you gotta have. Hey, and this truth is about perspective, man.
Right.
It's about how you perceive things. When you go off, you can't look at it like, you know, shit, damn, man, the Lord just had me go off. Or you can't look at it like, man, I'm a nigga. You know, I ain't shit. Fuck, I fucked up. Damn. Shit. You can't go like, or when you going through stuff, you can't look at, damn, the Lord fucking me up. The Lord not fucking with me. He having me going through all of this. You can't look at it like that. That can't be your perspective. When you going through shit, you gotta look at that perspective like, damn, where the scriptures say what? The Lord chastises those whom he loves. So if I'm going through all this shit, the Lord's still dealing with me. That means he loved me. Or when you go off, you gotta look at it like, well, shit, I just went off. All right, the Lord did this to humble me. I need to sit my ass down, and I need to lock in the spirit, and I need to go harder than what I've been going. You know, that's how you perceive things. That's your perspective. That's how the type of spirit you should be in.
Right, right, and I got a precept too, and right, and like I just said before, all right, being in the flesh, you're gonna doubt. But at the same time, like the brother said, you ain't supposed to be in that type of spirit, like, oh fuck it, what damn. You ain't shit now. Now it's just, oh fuck, you know what? I can't be a part of this. No, our righteousness is as 50 rags, and we not shit. But at the same time, we representing Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the creator of everything. You know, so like the brother said, you can't just be in that woe is me spirit every time some fuck shit happen. But at the same time, you can't take it lightly either if you go off as well. You gotta like, okay, well, you gotta just keep going. You gotta let the shit go and just keep going. This Habakkuk 2 and 3, it say, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And that Hebrews 10 and 37 is written right here in this particular Bible. But yeah, right, these things gonna happen. You know, it's gonna happen regardless, whether you in the truth or not. You're gonna be waiting regardless.
Right.
Like the niggas in the world, they mom probably not focused on the Lord coming back, but they still waiting because they still here, and the Lord gonna eventually come back, and you either gonna be ready or you not.
Right. It's either you waiting on salvation or you just waiting to get destroyed. All right, because the niggas here in America, they're waiting on to get destroyed. They don't even know it. That's the scary part. They don't know it. They think they about to live how they living forever. They think they could be able to smoke weed, fuck bitches, and get money for the rest of their life. No. All right, you have sadly mistaken, man. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him.
Salakia. But yeah, kind of right. We're gonna live by faith, because I was about to say, because even when you like I said earlier, even if you is feeling like damn, you ain't. Let's say you is feeling sorrowful about something you did wrong. That's a good thing. You're supposed to feel like that. You know, if you feel like you ain't shit. At the same time, you're supposed to feel like that. That's how you know you're in the right spirit. You know, because you supposed to feel like that, but at the same time, you ain't supposed to just have them thoughts overtake you. You know, and you ain't supposed to just take the shit lightly either. Like, oh, it's all good. The Lord know we under grace. I mean, you gotta. It's a balance with it. You know, you gotta feel sorrowful, but you can't. At the same time, you ain't supposed to let that just be some little shit, because it's not. But you read the verse over again.
Yeah, Khan. This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him.
Khan, right. Because you gotta live. If you leave, if you just doubt, you just lose faith and just give up. The Lord ain't gonna fuck with you then. He ain't gonna deal with you then. The Lord ain't dealing with the ones with faith, and the ones that have faith is in that contrite spirit. You know, that's acknowledging their sins. You know, King David said, "My sin is error before me." You know, if you realize your sin is error before you, and you in a contrite spirit, you go if you realize your sin is error before you, and that you ain't worthy to receive these things, you go continue being that contrite spirit. But if you don't acknowledge your sins and you just forget about it and just act like you ain't do shit wrong, then of course you ain't go feel sorrowful. You gonna be acting like the niggas in the world. Right. You know, these niggas in the world, they don't think they're doing nothing wrong. They thinking everything they're doing is just cool, and that's just what it is. You know? So that shows you they don't got faith in the Lord. Because the Lord said, if you do this, I'm going to save you. But if you do this, I'm going to fuck you up. You know, hey, and we all did stuff where the Lord can just jack us up at any moment, you know? So that, hey, that's what keep that's what keep us in the spirit that we in, that we all worthy of death, just like these niggas, man.
Calm. And see, when you in the right spirit and you go off, it's all type of shit running through your head. Because first and foremost, you feel bad about what you did. Then the second thing, the cock crew on that, and the cock has a crow. Second of all, you fear that the Lord about to fuck you up at any moment. You don't know if the Lord about to catch you soon as you leave here. You don't know if the Lord gonna catch you in Jacob's trouble. You don't know if the Lord gonna catch you when you doing something totally different. You never know. That's the scary part about this truth. When you go off, you never know how the Lord. You don't know the Lord might have mercy and wink at it. You know. But this is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 39.
Because our thoughts is not the Lord's thoughts.
Ultimately, that's what it goes back to. You know, the Lord is on the high level, very high level, and we are stuck on this low vibration because of the flesh.
Right. The Lord just get because see, look, you could be all right, even though it's nothing we can do. It's nothing we can do to be like, all right, I did enough for the Lord. But you could be on point with everything you're doing, and the Lord's like, okay, all right, he on point with that or whatever to the best of his ability. But I'm gonna make him feel like he ain't doing shit right. I'm gonna make him feel like he ain't doing enough this and that, and then you just in your head just. But the Lord do that for a reason, you know, to basically keep you humble and to keep that fear in you, you know, or vice versa. You know, you could be let's say you're not on point, and the Lord how you thinking you on point to fuck you up. Like it's the how the Lord operate is on a different level, you know, on a different level we can imagine. You know, so we only thing we can do is just do what the Lord commanded us to do to the best of our ability.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 39. But we are not of them who draw back into perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.
Right, drawing back to going back to the world, going back to that slave mindset. You know, the scripture say that the truth shall make you free. You know, we ain't about to just Lord willing, Lord willing, we endure to the end, and we don't go back to that slavery mindset. You know, going back to the world to that dark mindset, and we receive salvation. This is the most freest thing, the most light you would ever run across in your life. You know,
I got the word for perdition.
Strong's G684.
Apoleia. It says destroying, utter destruction of vessels, a perishing, ruin, destruction. The destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell. Well, destruction, waste, damnable, perish, basically to die, death. You know, they're going back into the world is only destruction because the world will be destroyed.
Right.
Going back into the world is only death because the world is what? Enmity with the Most High, which is death.
Right. These people are spiritually. These people is destroyed spiritually and mentally. They just want to be physically destroyed on vessels fit for destruction. You know. I got one more precept. This 2nd Ezra 16 and 73. It say, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So they're gonna that elect being tried. It's gonna be made manifest. It's gonna be made known who have faith, who endure to the end. They'll be rewarded. They'll get the crown of life. They're gonna be the first fruits, the first ones to inherit the kingdom. You know, they're gonna be the aristocrat, the best to rule. You know, it's gonna be known through these times we coming in. You know, and because these other people, they ass is just toast. They a lost cause, man. They ain't gonna have no faith. They just gonna die and just die grievously and come back in the kingdom ashamed for their wicked ways, you know, because they had the chance to receive salvation. It say, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. So there you go. The Lord is saying, He said He's your God, and the God of them that keep His commandments, the ones who follow after Him, who got that faith. He said He's going to guide you. He said, my beloved, He's going to guide you. He called you. Hey, the Lord said, if you keep these commandments, you are my friends. You know, you doing what the Lord said. You love me, keep my commandments. You doing what the Lord commanded you to do. So if you're doing that, guess what? The Lord, you look out for the Lord, He gonna look out for you. That's basically what He's saying. He's saying, are you doing these things? Or in these times, I'm gonna deliver you. I'm gonna guide you. You know, because in order to be delivered, you gotta be delivered from something. You gotta go through it. So whatever we go through in a time of trouble, or in general, the Lord is going to deliver us. You know, and that goes back to that wisdom and knowledge being the stability of our times, man. You know, knowing these things, that's gonna comfort us. You know, and keep us having faith in the Lord, man. The Lord made this easy. He gave us a whole book to follow, to remember His words. On top of that, we don't really have to do much. And on top of that, He's going to physically deliver us from it. Mm-hmm. You know, how easy can His walk get? You know, hey, through the much tribulation and through the hell and all that, He still made this thing easy for us to walk through. You know, it's say, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities live up themselves. So going back to what brother was saying, like don't let one little thing you did wrong, one little thing, well, whatever it is, one thing you did wrong, just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna strive for salvation for no more. I'm gonna just go back to the world, or I did that. It's cool. Then you just continue doing it, or you just taking everything you do light. You know, no, you're supposed to be in that contrite spirit and just hoping you endure and attempt to do righteousness. You know, even if you mess up, you're still supposed to strive to do righteousness and to strive not to do wickedness. It's a woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. So you ain't supposed to we supposed to be seeking to do righteousness, man. We ain't supposed to be just sinning willfully, being like these niggas in the world, going back to the world and just committing wickedness with no shame. No, we're supposed to be ashamed for our wickedness, and we're supposed to try to do righteousness, man. You know, and put away wickedness, man. Because if you don't, what's gonna happen? Your ass will get destroyed. It said, yeah, all the proud and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Mm-hmm. You know, these people just probably doing wickedness willingly, man. Not even acknowledging Yahweh Shem Yahushua at all, man. You know? So Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, we go close out, giving all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom and the Abad Babal.
Ball.